Hey everybody, welcome. It's Polybius of Arcadia. I'm back on this thing again. Oh man, we got an hour before Fall Guys. Gonna set that up now. Actually, who's out there? Anybody out there? Sonic Origins is coming out tomorrow. It's gonna be lit, y'all. We send this out to the boys. We got upbeat Sonic music for now. And then, yeah, Fall Guys soon. I just got the game installed. So we're gonna do that. I first played it on the Switch a couple days ago. That was fun. It's a fun game. Alright, yeah, I need to set up the Fall Guys stream. Right. Create, post, no, go live. That's what we need to do. Fall Guys, okay. What hashtags do I need to use for Fall Guys? Hey, Aegis. How are you doing? I'm pre-gaming, yo. We got an hour, less than an hour, till Fall Guys with Mad Mike. Thanks for joining me. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hey, Tyler. How are you? Welcome to you as well. We're just chilling for now. I might just mess around on an emulator for a minute. I'm setting up the Fall Guys stream though, real quick on my end. Fall Guys Battle Royale. Yes. Multiplayer. Fall Guys is free on Nintendo Switch. Co-host Mad Mike. Set to go live at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Alright, scheduled, boys. How are you guys doing today? We're gonna try subscriber only mode. Is this from Sonic Colors? Oh, bro. What we doing? Right now, I'm just like trying something new. I'm setting up, I'm just streaming, you know, just music and just chatting. Might as well, right? I mean, we have something to go live with at 3 at Mad Mike with Mad Mike. I'm not doing anything else right now, so I will. I don't know. I'll stream whatever. Let's see. What do I have? RetroArch. Man, Sonic R music. Yeah, it's awesome. I love this soundtrack, unironically. People used to say it was bad, and I'm like, what are you talking about? How's it bad? Oh yeah. Yeah, just chatting. Here's RetroArch. Let me see, where's my control? I was just playing a bunch of games yesterday, or last night. This morning, I should say. It was this morning. I don't know. Let's play an N64 game. Let's play Bomberman 64. Everybody loves Bomberman 64, right? Oops. Alright, let me pause the music. We're just killing time right now. This game's fun. I like it. The music is good in this game too. So yeah, I did a poll. I don't know, did you guys vote in the poll? I did 2 polls actually. I was like, do you want me to do more of these streams where I'm just like playing random games? I'll obviously keep doing, you know, streams of games, like specific games, of course. Like I'm still gonna do Persona 5. But I mean, the idea is to just stream more, even if it's just like nonsense. This isn't nonsense though. I'm gonna turn up the music. There we go. You ever play Bomberman 64? Maybe I'll stream like me making thumbnails. I think that'd be pretty funny. Mission complete. All right. Hey, Ultra. Sonic Origins music sucks so far. I've seen, but if they manage to ruin Doomsday Zone, Origins is negative. What? What? Sonic Origins music sucks so far? What? What you talking about? I need specifics. Bruh. Green Garden. This is a great level. One second though, guys. Give me 1 second. Your videos. Need to go to my channel. So I did an impression of Big Smoke. Did you guys see that? It was a shorts video. Okay. Hey, Wavy. What's up? What's up? How are you doing? Let's play this game, yo. Stage 1. Alright, let's get into it. So wait, Ultra, what were you saying? How did they ruin the Sonic Flying Battery music? Leak, literally my favorite zone. The music is so quiet and sounds like it'll build up to a beat drop, and then it never comes in. It doesn't impact the way it was supposed to. Well, they could fix that. I mean, they could fix that easily. That's something that, like, if the fans complain enough about, they'll fix, I think. My opinion. So you could pick up bombs and throw them at dudes. This game's... I don't know. I don't know how to describe this game. It's alright. It's alright. I played it as a lad. Wavy, you're doing alright? Good, good. Good to hear. Golden! What's up, Golden? Man, it's warm today out here in Ohio, I'll tell you that much. It's real warm. Get some upgrades. So Bomberman, you Zoomers know who Bomberman is? They teach you that in school. I just pre-ordered Sonic Origins. Hey, nice. I'm gonna play that too. I hope, because everybody already reverting to SA2 is best game, although that is true. I want Sega to be better. 65 degrees out where Wavy's at. It's not bad. That's not bad. We have 9 hours till it comes out. 9 hours. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Does it say it unlocks in 9 hours? Would you? I don't know how it works on the PS4. I still think I'm gonna get it for the Switch. Open up Jaws. We're going in. So yeah, the soundtrack in this game is real chill. Oh yeah, you know what? Ice Cream Sun has been asking me to play a Mega Man game for a long while. If he comes in here, guys, we'll switch to a Mega Man game. just for the lulz. Okay, okay. All right, well, Sonic Origins coming out soon, guys. Hopefully Ultra, what Ultra's saying isn't all that game breaking. I mean, it's playing battery zone. Is that the only stage that was having that problem, Ultra? Oh, what the heck, damn turtle. Oh, sorry. All right. I don't want to blow up the turtle, honestly. I'm not going to do that. It's kind of mean. Oh, man. One crystal down. I used to play this game a lot because it's like the only game that I had for a while. It's not that good. I mean, if you take the music away, it's kind of boring. A lot of others are talking about the Ice Cap Zone music. So yeah, I know about that one. So here's the deal, guys. Michael Jackson, the Michael Jackson himself, made music for Sonic 3. Like the Sonic 3 in 1990, what, 5? Whatever. But, he was never credited for it, and he disowned it. But people confirmed at SEGA that Michael Jackson wrote music for Sonic 3. And I think the speculation here is the reason why SEGA has been ignoring Sonic 3 for so long. Yeah, Carnival Night Zone 2, Golden. The reason why Sega has been ignoring Sonic 3 for so long is because of Michael Jackson, basically, you know, all those allegations against him and whatnot. So what they're doing for Origins is, I guess what they should have done a long time ago, if they wanted to avoid this, was use the beta music, the Sonic 3 beta music, which had completely different tracks that weren't written by Michael Jackson, and use those instead, because they sound good. They are actually pretty good. I like them both. The Ice Cap and Carnival Night Zone music, those are good. But I like both versions. I like Michael Jackson's version. Where am I supposed to go, though? Mania music still hit, though. I don't know what happened. Still hit, like... Well, Mania music... That... Mania... T-Lopes made Mania music. He made the soundtrack to, Sonic Mania. He also did the music to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game that just came out. Oh, hey SPS. All Tails had to do was escape his bully, just fly away. What? Tails has a bully? Alright. Okay, well, I'm over Bomberman 64. Let's play Bomberman Hero. How about that? Bomberman Hero is pretty sick. Polybius, remember when I said I was going to stay up all night? I fell asleep outside at 10 a.m. in 33 degrees Celsius weather. Now I don't feel so well. Jeez, man. That's no good. You better hydrate yourself. Also, Cybershell posted. What did he do? I didn't see that. I'm gonna watch it later, though. Tails got bullied in Sonic X. This cutscene's super sweet. Look at this. Just stick a propeller on Bomberman. It's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, guys. This soundtrack is probably even better than Bomberman 64. The name of the vid is The Rarest Dreamcast. Okay, I'm down. I love the Dreamcast. I have the Dreamcast. This is some 1990s, it's called IDM. Back before EDM, guys. Back in my day, we called it IDM. Okay, it was called Intelligent Dance Music. Why? I don't know. It sounds pretentious, but that's what it was called. This is exactly what IDM sounds like. It's 40 minutes long. Wow. Dude, we have just enough time to watch it. What am I doing? I'm not even playing. I'm just playing stupid games. We could watch Cybershell's video. Like, why not, right? I have the technology. But this beat be slapping though. This beat do be bopping. Queen. Let's watch The Funniest Man Alive. What's the funniest man alive? Did you talk about SPS? Oh, alright. Let's go into the bomber base. Now this game used to run like trash on my old laptop from way back when. Oh, okay. We have time. We have just enough time. I want to see how this runs though. I just want to like play the first level. Okay. It's playing good now. It's playing really well. Yeah, Bomberman has a great design. I don't know what his design really is, though. Like, what's that thing on top of his head? I don't know. You don't really need to know. Play Minecraft. Not right now. Not right now. We're gonna play Fall Guys in like 20 minutes. No, 40 minutes. We're gonna play Fall Guys in 40 minutes with Mad Mike. That's gonna be a separate stream, which I have set up already. If you guys, you know, check your subscription page, it'll be there. All right. So, you're telling me that there's a Cybershell video. I'm gonna look it up right quick. The Rarest Dreamcast. 40 minutes? 40 minutes? Alright, guys. I mean, let's do it. I'm interested. I'm gonna exercise my full right to, stream whatever the heck I want. Hold on. Let me get it going. Alright. Firefox. And... there we go.
Ah, the Dreamcast. What a console. Hey guys, remember the Dreamcast? Wow, that was fun. Remembering the Dreamcast 5 seconds ago? Good times. Alright, seriously, I don't feel like making yet another little history lesson where I just talk about how much I like it. That would be too easy. But as Sega's final console, it feels kinda special. As someone who had a Dreamcast as a kid, I was always particularly fond of it. It's one of those consoles that was ahead of its time in a lot of ways. Now, I always really liked the sleek white design of the console. but it would have been nice
Yeah.
if we had some other options.
Dreamcast looked cool for the
I
time.
remember as a kid reading in Nintendo Power and looking in awe at all the other different kinds of N64s you could
This
get.
level's in the
It's not just a
background.
regular charcoal gray one.
That's the special thing about OG
The
game.
color of the console doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah,
much in the
simple
grand
design,
scheme
dude.
of things. They all play the games exactly the same way, which is the important part. But I don't know. I just thought these alternate variants.
It's been a while since Cybershell
Some of
posted.
them were made with transparent plastic. You could
That's
actually see what the
that's from
inside
Sonic
was
Adventure
like.
1.
Holy
Aegis.
shit!
That's the Emerald Coast. I think that's what it's called.
Models that I never knew about. Unfortunately, most of these cool console variants were Japanese only, which I mean makes sense. But it's just a shame we didn't get all these cool variants over here too. Like as great as the standard
Turn this
white
up a bit.
console is, it would have been neat to get a black version too. Well, that was sort of an option actually.
I remember that
America, the
console
only
bundle.
officially released variant was the SEGA Sports Pack bundle, which came with NBA 2K and NFL 2K. The black console and controller are cool, but there's this big SEGA Sports logo on it, which I mean is fine. It's not like it ruins it or anything, but it just would have been.
I think it
cool to have a
ruins
plain
it.
black version, since this was our only other option. This pack also released with a demo disc called Generator Volume 2. Ah, demo discs. There's something about a demo disc menu that has such a specific aesthetic.
Emerald Coast is pretty
This
cool.
one even has a Sonic Adventure demo.
Yeah, I love Emerald
for Emerald
Coast.
and displays
Yep,
the
yep,
delightful
there it is.
in-store now screen. Anyways, I don't have time to do a whole demo disc
In-store
nostalgia
now.
retrospective right now. Honestly, not sure what to say about them besides I really like them, and I think a lot of people my age have fond memories of them.
Yeah,
They're
demo
also a
discs
great
were
source for
pretty
data
cool.
or pre-release assets and info.
Zoomers don't know. Zoomers don't know about the demo disc.
Red swirl of the Dreamcast logo. Well, I mean, unless you lived in Europe, then it was a blue swirl logo for some reason. Seriously, I always thought that was so weird. Like, why change the color
Xbox?
to one region? What's up with that? Well, apparently the German company Tivoli has been using a similar logo since 1995. However, I couldn't find any evidence of an actual lawsuit, so apparently this was just like a preemptive change to avoid any trouble. I'm not sure it's ever actually been 100% confirmed this even was the reason, so take that with a grain of salt. Honestly, even though it looks slightly off to my American sensibilities, I still kind of like it. I mean, blue basically is the Sega color, so it makes sense. Hey, you know, the controllers aren't region locked. Maybe I'll import a Euro controller just for that sweet blue swirl. Let's take a look at the Japanese version of the console. Looks pretty much the same. In fact, it's nearly identical except for a couple tiny details. Like the fact this plastic triangle part above the power light is clear on the Japanese Dreamcasts and
Okay.
gray on the American and PAL versions. There's also one other incredibly
Never
minor
knew
detail
that.
hardly anyone would ever notice. For whatever reason, the Japanese consoles say designed for Windows CE, while the US and PAL versions say compatible with Windows CE. Now that's some pointless trivia. I love to read the internal emails where they decided that change was necessary. What's more interesting is the Japanese Dreamcast
What?
boxes. You might be wondering, who the
What?
hell is this guy? Well, I'll tell you. It's Mr. Sega. Real name Hidekazu Yukawa, a Sega executive who became the face of Dreamcast marketing in Japan.
What are these boxes,
Starred in a
dude?
series of commercials leading up to
John
the console's
Cena.
during its lifespan. Keep in mind, this was not an actor. He was the actual managing director at the time. These brief commercials actually told a little continuous story. In them, he first overhears some kids talking shit about Sega and saying that PlayStation is better, which causes him great distress. He works to improve Sega's image, and eventually the kids come around on the Dreamcast. They're pretty funny, and he would continue to appear in commercials, including one where he personally apologizes for the lack of stock after they sold out, and announcing after it came back in stock.
Humble brag there.
As the Saturn Segata Sanshiro, these adverts
Weird
were
flex,
fairly
but
popular.
okay.
Enough for him to appear on some little knickknacks they sold like keychains and these prepaid convenience store cards called Quo cards. There was actually a Japan exclusive DLC for Sonic Adventure 1 where you had to find 6 of these cards in-game. And there was even like a little contest element where the 50 fastest time submitted would receive a 500 yen Quo card. He even got his own music single, the aptly titled Dreamcast, complete with a music video. He also technically has his own game. I mean,
Hedgehogs can swim,
like a
says
cheap
Ultra
promotional
Player.
game, and it was
Yeah, they can
for
swim.
about a month.
Not very
During
well.
which time it was also
They do a
bundled
little
with the
doggy
Dreamcast for
paddle.
free. It's this extremely simplistic little treasure hunting puzzle game where you look around for Sega branded items, hence the name. There was also an online component where you could register these items online for a chance to win them. But perhaps his most famous cameo is from Shenmue.
What?
However, not from the final game itself, but in a Japanese exclusive demo disc called What's Shenmue? You see, Shenmue is delayed in Japan, and anyone who pre-ordered the game received this special promotional disc on the day the game was originally set to release. And there was also a version of What's Shenmue released with an issue of Famitsu. So that's why
Shenmue was a big deal back in the day, guys. It was a huge deal.
Search for former senior managing director Yukawa. The demo is just a short taste of the game. You can only explore a small area.
Sega's a playable character.
Blocked off. There are some noteworthy differences, like being able to crouch in this build for some reason. And also, very interestingly, some characters who wouldn't actually appear until Shenmue 2 are seen in this demo. The plot of the demo is that Ryo is looking for Yukawa and he asks around about him. He eventually ends up bumping into him and chasing him down in a QTE sequence before finally catching him.
It looks so
Turns out it
cool.
was just a misunderstanding, as some other guy was hassling him about a disc, and Ryo beats him up
Shenmue was really cool.
conversation. Then it's revealed
There was nothing like it at the time.
dream Yukawa was having. He wakes up in his office, sees
Cybershell's a funny YouTuber. I agree. He's hilarious.
presumably to release Shenmue and sell Dreamcasts. He actually does appear in the final game too. You can win Yukawa figures as a raffle prize. Both of them, if you go to Takara Sushi on the 9th of any month after 8 p.m., you can meet him briefly, and in the Japanese version there's even a little dialogue where Ryo seems to seemingly recognize him from their last meeting. He also has a few other small appearances, like he's seen on these battery boxes, but that's pretty much it. Anyways, all this talk about Japanese Dreamcasts and rare exclusive bullshit has me thinking, what is the rarest Dreamcast? But how do we
What is the rarest Dreamcast?
Well, luckily this is something plenty of nerds before me have already spent a lot of time pondering and debating. ConsoleVariations.com has a system they use to give each variant a rarity score by taking various factors into account, like how many models were produced, and some other bullshit probably. Now, I don't want to get too hung up on exact prices, since obviously it's something that'll change over time anyways, but let's just say some of these variants can be pretty expensive. Now we get to ask the fun question, what should even count as a Dreamcast? Like, for the purposes of
Look at
this
that
video, we're
prototype,
just
dang.
talking about the actual console, so this doesn't include something like a prototype or dev kit, which of course is inordinately rare and expensive. Although before getting into the actual list proper, it's worth mentioning this thing that wound up in the hands of a private collector, the Dreamcast SFL 2000
At a McDonald's near you.
control unit. This piece of hardware was apparently used in Japanese internet cafes or SEGA centers back in the day, but what's really interesting is what this unit was originally designed for, something called Fish Life. This was a virtual aquarium based on Dreamcast hardware, designed by SEGA to be used by restaurants, hotels, hospital waiting rooms, among others. It featured a touchscreen and even voice
What?
commands. There was no end state or goal beyond just interacting with the digital fish. It was actually advertised as being a kind of interactive interior decor, or healing art as the brochure says. There's not much publicly available info about this. It's not even known how many of these units were produced, but it was a fairly small amount. According to Sega Retro, it may not have passed its location test. It's interesting seeing how Sega was trying really hard to experiment with non-video game uses for their hardware. Apparently one can be seen in a Japanese
What?
movie from 2001.
What is
so
the
it wasn't
purpose of
a
that
real
thing?
There were different versions of the software which are outlined in the brochure. Essentially they have like different fish and environments on display, but they would have all shared the same basic experience. There was the Playful Edition, available in Red Sea or Amazon versions, as well as the Basic Edition, which was divided into 3 episodes. If you're interested in fish life at all, check out this website dedicated to archiving and preserving it. There's a link to it in the description. It's surprisingly comprehensive and features a lot of information
Cat
about its
ate a
development
chip.
history. Thanks to this site, we have
What?
a disc image for the Amazon
Cat ate a
Playful
chip.
Edition you
What?
can download. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's take a look at some rare Dreamcast models. Unless stated otherwise, these were all released exclusively in Japan. And let's present it in a list format. People on the internet really like top 10 lists, so this should help with viewer retention.
Yeah,
Number
okay.
13,
Thanks, Cybershell.
Hello Kitty Console Blue version. Check out this extremely stylish clear blue console with Hello Kitty branding, complete with a matching controller, VMU, and keyboard. Oh yeah, and
It
also
came with a
in,
keyboard.
you know,
What?
fucking girl or something.
What?
That version is slightly less rare apparently, so it doesn't quite make the list. That sick keyboard is what does it for me. It really ties the whole package together. There was also a Hello Kitty game that came packaged with these consoles, and this was actually the only way to get this game as it wasn't sold separately. It was called Hello Kitty No Garden Panic. It's some kind of puzzle game. I'm not 100% sure how it works exactly, but it looks to be some kind of take on Battleship, weirdly enough, where you try to attack bugs and the computer is attempting to attack your flowers. There is unsurprisingly not too much English.
How do you make a game out of Hello Kitty? How do you do that?
It also came bundled with a disc called Hello Kitty Dream Passport 2. So what the hell is that? Well, in Japan, the online functionality of the Dreamcast was much more heavily emphasized. Each console came packaged with a disc called Dream Passport, which was used for basic internet functionality like checking email and browsing web pages. Over the course of the system's lifespan, this pack-in disc was eventually replaced with newer versions of the software, Dream Passport 2 and Dream Passport 3.
I have Hello Kitty Cruisers on the Switch, says Wavy.
At a local retailer. So
I guess a kart racer would be like the easiest thing.
Hello Kitty themed version of this application. As cool as this console is, Hello Kitty is pretty popular all things considered, so this is the least rare of the rare Dreamcast that made it onto the list. I think it's pretty neat, but particularly in Japan, I doubt seeing this would really blow anyone away. Like, of course there's a Hello Kitty Dreamcast. It would honestly be kind of weirder if there wasn't one. Number 12. Seaman Console.
Oh man.
Seaman is a game where you...
Here it
I
is.
forgot, I can't flex my SEGA nerd cred about Seaman anymore, since this game isn't really that obscure anymore. I mean, even the Angry Video Game Nerd has made a video about it, right? Am I wrong about this? Surely you've at least heard of Seaman, but indulge me and let me...
Were these the days where the planet was actually at peace and everything was stable? Yeah.
Little game.
Yep.
It's one of those virtual pet games where
In the 90s.
your Seaman and adjust the temperatures. After the first few stages of its life, it eventually reaches this form called the Gillman, resembling a fish with a human face.
This game was weird. This game was really strange.
Dreamcast mic
I
accessory.
didn't have it.
Yes, all sorts
I didn't buy
of
it.
questions about
For good
you.
reason.
They can talk about a variety of subjects from politics to religion and even technology and the internet.
So tell me, do you use the internet? Do you ever use email? Do you think the internet should be censored? There are a lot
Whoa.
of really amazing things about the internet, but as with everything else, it's not completely perfect. Think
I used to
of
play this one Finding Nemo game. A shark I really hate chased me.
Work, shop, chat, get the news, play games, listen to music, and pretty much anything else you want to do.
He's like, you were 6 years old.
Terrific, but pretty soon people won't even need to leave their homes in order to conduct their daily business. You humans
Bro, it's...
are lazier and less mobile, and forget how to deal with each other face to face. I think things could get pretty ugly a few decades down the road.
Bro.
You think the internet is dangerous? Well, I don't know about you, but I've enjoyed this little chat about the internet. It can be a wonderful thing. For the first time ever, people can finally communicate with each other and not have race, gender, or culture prejudices get in the way. So in that sense, it can be a great tool for removing biases and bringing people together.
Ultra says I remember Leapfrog.
On the internet, nobody has to know I'm a seaman. On the other hand, like I said, it can be very dangerous because it removes the need to interact directly with the outside world.
Why is a fish talking to me?
It's up
This is
to
a...
you
I know, it truly is.
the internet intelligently.
This fish is speaking harsh things.
Not bad for a game that came out over 2 decades ago. Like, plenty of people aren't even aware this game actually has a bit of a story and an ending. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but after evolving into a frogman, all of a sudden near the end, Seaman drops some crazy lore about, like, reincarnation and ancient Egypt and stuff, and it ends with you helping him free into the wild. All in all, it's a very interesting game. I mean, think about how few games are actually primarily focused around talking, even to this day. The console itself has a nice, clear, transparent look, which is cool. It's adorned with a Seaman logo, and there was apparently a version of this bundle that comes with a lot of goodies like Seaman mugs, the drama CD, because of course that exists, as well as some kind of program for
Seamail.
C-mail. This can actually be found on archive.org, funny enough, thanks to some hero out there who decided to upload it. I think it just sort of functions like a little Clippy-esque buddy to help you compose emails and schedule shit or whatever. And apparently there's 2 versions out there. This is the one with the baby Gillman, but there's a version with an adult Gillman out there too. I always thought Seaman was a Dreamcast exclusive, but in Japan it was actually ported to the PS2. At first I thought the most interesting thing about this port was there was a version which came with this weird-ass controller with a built-in microphone. But there's actually much more to it than that. There are quite a few major differences. It has a different beginning, which cuts out the Nautilus. You just catch a baby Gillman from the ocean. And it has a different way of ending. You take your Seaman back to the ocean to mate with a sea woman. And after evolving him into a frogman and freeing him from his tank, the game doesn't end there. In fact, there's this surreal scene where you actually meet the Seaman from the Dreamcast version, and they end up mating, and there's this entirely new stage to the life cycle where he's like a Seaman iguana, and the game eventually ends with you releasing it into the ocean. What a strange little game. God, I wish they made a sequel. Oh, wait, they did. It's also for the PS2, and it's Japan exclusive, of course. And somehow it's even weirder than the first game, featuring like God game elements, but considering it's not a Dreamcast game, it's kind of outside the scope of this video. Maybe I'll have a chance to talk about sequels.
I never do this.
Time. Number 11. Code Veronica Console. For the release of Resident Evil Code Veronica, these special Dreamcast models were made to promote the game.
Those are all true, Ultra.
Console with a matching
good tips, good tips. I agree.
Well, Biohazard merch technically.
That's a cool Dreamcast.
Actually, there were 2 models. This red one is the Claire version, and there's a Black Stars version with a logo as well. Only 2,000 of these variants were made.
Both of those are pretty cool.
Claire version, while just 200 of the Stars version were produced. You can see them numbered on the back. So the Stars version is rare, but in my opinion, the red one looks cooler, which is why I made the list. If you want to purchase one of these for yourself, don't worry, you can find them on eBay for only a few $1,000s. Like, look at this listing for the Stars model for $18,000 fucking dollars. I mean, it's just a listing, like, it's not gonna sell for that much, probably, but still, goddamn, just to even see someone asking that much is insane. Number 10. Divers 2000 Series CX1 Console. Now, this one is a very cool little oddity. It was designed as a joint project between SEGA,
what the heck's that
CSA,
thing?
and Fuji Television. The console is actually built into a little CRT TV.
I think I've seen this before, actually.
Top to swap discs. There are also these cool little LEDs on the side that light up in relation to the audio. It comes with a remote, a cool transparent blue controller, and keyboard. It also came with a microphone and a Dream Eye camera accessory. This could be used with the included copy.
Looks like a Ben 10 character.
It's a program that could be used to view and edit photos, send email, record videos, and even video chat, which is actually pretty advanced for the year 2000. Sega was really trying to push the Dreamcast as more than just a game console in Japan. They wanted it to be like a little PC replacement or something.
I bet it would be incredibly heavy too.
Product that uses the Dream Eye accessory. Overall, it's just a really cool console. I'll have some links in the description to videos of people who actually own one of these and show it off more thoroughly, including a breakdown to look inside. Number 9. Dreamcast Partners Console. This is a fascinating little variant. This special model was available for pre-order to members of the Dreamcast Partners program. Dreamcast Partners was a Japanese membership service which was the successor to the SEGA Partners program. These Dreamcast Partners had access to exclusive Dreamcast and SEGA-related content, and there was even a series of demo discs called Dreamcast Express which were only available to members. These consoles feature a little personalized label with then-president of SEGA Shoichiro Irimajiri's signature, as well as the buyer's name engraved underneath. I don't know, I just think it's kinda cool how each one is unique. Like if you ever stumble across one of these in the wild, it'll have the name of the original Dreamcast member etched right into it. Number 8. Seaman Christmas Console.
Aegis.
Done talking about
Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, again. First of all, let's take a look at this snazzy red console.
Hopefully I'll see you soon.
Nice colorful buttons. Very cool looking. It also came with some other goodies like festive stickers and a certificate for your limited edition console.
Yeah, the last Dreamcast looked pretty cool.
I guess Christmas Seaman isn't really the most surprising thing.
This is weird though.
This sort of thing before with the Christmas Nights demo. However, that was just a little demo with a Christmas skin. This is actually something much weirder, and there's not too much information about it online. You see, it's not actually a game at all. It's something called a message kit. You see, Christmas Seaman is apparently some type of communication software used to send holiday wishes, presumably to your special someone. It comes with 2 discs, a message disc which you keep, and a present disc which you give to the recipient. I believe there was a way to order more present discs if you wanted to back in the day. Again, I'm not actually 100% sure on all the details about how this works. I've had to piece this together from what little information I could find online, and some pictures found in the manual and a magazine article, but I think that's basically the gist of it. Unfortunately, both of these discs required you to connect online to the Dreamcast network servers to work, and because of that you can no longer access the content, so the discs are basically just a collector's item now. Apparently you would talk to Seaman, your message would be uploaded to the servers, and then after giving them the present disc...
Christmas Seaman is an awful name, oh god.
Presumably he'd share some of his trademark Seaman wisdom with...
Imagine the present is just some sort of horrifying analog horror disc.
Transmit messages for Christmas Seaman were only...
I mean it is, it's Christmas Seaman, this is a horror show.
In 1999, just 11 days total. And the game was only sold from the 16th.
What is this? Why do they lean so heavy into Seaman?
There's almost zero fucking footage of actual Christmas Seaman gameplay anywhere on the web. The best you'll get is people opening it up and looking at menus. I found exactly 3 clips, an old Japanese commercial, a short little TV spot about it, and some Japanese YouTube channel. There really is so much strange Seaman lore out there. Like, Seaman originally came out in 1999 in Japan, then in 2000 it was released in America, and then in 2001 they released an updated version exclusive to...
No, I don't think so, Ultra. I didn't like Seaman.
For the PS2 port.
I thought it was stupid.
The ocean area from this version of the game features realistic fish, which kind of remind me of Fish Life. But if you...
That's the kind of thing Sega did.
2001, Christmas Seaman message disc, and Christmas Seaman present disc was all there is, you'd still be wrong. Because
yeah, it's on the PS2 as well.
SEGA disc, which was apparently bundled with a Seaman guide and can be used exclusively to give Seaman more food, apparently.
What?
Honestly, I just have to stop here because there's just too much deep Seaman lore. I could be here all day. Well, that's what I would say, except as I was working on this video, I came across some new Seaman lore. And I don't mean like I discovered some ancient forgotten relic, but there's new Seaman content coming out in 2022. Apparently, the Japanese coffee brand Mount Rainier will be offering soothing water-themed ASMR tracks via QR codes on their drinks.
I can't believe this.
Seaman occasionally saying various things. So yeah, Seaman will never die apparently. If you're in Japan, please buy one of these and let me know how it is, I guess. Anyways, let's move on to the next console. Number 7. Disney Magical Racing Tour Top Airbrush Console. Alright, this one might seem kinda strange, but hear me out. These were officially commissioned airbrush consoles by SEGA of Germany.
What?
Yeah, it's actually a PAL console for a change. They commissioned an artist called Torsten Rachu, who worked for Top Airbrush.
It looks cool. I mean,
on various properties. Supposedly there were 5 of each kind made. I just picked the Disney one because it was the funniest to me. But honestly, some of these are pretty rad. Like, I really dig the Jet Set Radio.
That's cool.
Rocket ones. Most of these.
That's cool
games.
too.
Apparently there was a Ferrari
That's
one done
funny.
For some reason. I couldn't find too much info on these. Needless to say, they are exceedingly rare. Number 6, Maziora Console. In 1999, Sega commissioned 500 of these iridescent green and purple looking consoles. Maziora is a brand of Chroma Flare paint produced by the Nippon Paint Company. You see, this Chroma Flare pigment is most commonly used for cars.
I'd get that car.
For other hobbyist items like guitars as well. Originally shown alongside other unreleased variants at the Autumn 1998 Tokyo Game Show, this variant is coated in the Maziora Andromeda paint. 500 units were created total. The first 300 were available to order online from the Maziora site, and the other 200 could be won at certain motorcycle racing events and were signed by Tadahiko Taira, a driver from Taira Racing whose team was being sponsored by Maziora as well. They might just look kinda sparkly, but pictures don't really do it justice. It actually appears to change color depending on the light source and viewing angle. It's really cool, so shout out to the 3 guys who
That's sick.
videos of it to YouTube. But how is such a thing even possible?
Sega was a human mortal being, and now the life exists in the consoles.
By interfering with the reflection and refraction of light, and this is done by adding tiny synthetic flakes about 1 micrometer thick, constructed of aluminum coated with glass-like magnesium fluoride, embedded in a semi-translucent chromium. You see, instead of traditional absorbing pigments, they use a light interference pigment. The color is created via the refractive properties of the flakes, kind of like how you perceive rainbow colors in an oil slick. This effect is actually similar to one found in nature, as seen in a peacock's feathers for example. These feathers are actually pigmented brown. It's the microscopic structure of surfaces fine enough to
Your
injure
purse starts
visible light that makes them
blinking.
reflect blue and green light. But anyways, we're getting a little off topic. Number 5. SEGA Toyota Console.
What?
These Toyota branded consoles were sold in 160 of its 403 dealerships across Japan as an attempt to draw customers. Apparently there are some earlier models that lack this.
It's really strange. Alright, Aegis.
Sponsorship might
Thanks
not
for
seem
stopping
that
by. I'll see you
impressive,
next time.
But this is yet another example of Sega
Yeah,
attempting to
Toyota
integrate their
console.
hardware into businesses. The console was installed in Toyota car showrooms and specifically
Yo,
made
Sega
pieces of
also a
software
car.
that showed 3D demos for various models of Toyota vehicles. These Japanese exclusive Doricat series are some of the rarest pieces of Dreamcast software out there. This is what these virtual showrooms were like. They allowed you to customize the car and see some demos of what it looks like driven around. This console apparently also came
That's
with
cool.
a special Toyota version of Dream Passport, which has
Tokyo
some
drifting, if you know what I mean.
It's just neat how Sega really wanted to push the Dreamcast as not just for games, but also as like a business tool. They were clearly willing to try all sorts of unconventional stuff with the hardware, like the aforementioned Fish Life. Number 4. RX-78 Console. Look at this rad blue console. These were sold
I like that.
exclusively through Dreamcast Direct, Sega's official online store. Only 78 were produced, as a nod to the RX-78 Gundam and
Oh, that's
Sensei
sick.
Gundam, Renpo vs. Zeon and DX, which released on the same day. Anyways, this game is actually a somewhat confusingly titled compilation.
I think I played this
First,
game
there was the
before.
arcade
This game was
Kiddo
awesome.
Senshi Gundam, Renpo vs. Zeon. And then there was the updated Kiddo Senshi Gundam, Renpo vs. Zeon DX. And then they released the Dreamcast Kiddo Senshi Gundam, Renpo vs. Zeon and DX, which had both versions. Okay, I'm not going to pretend to be some Gundam head, because I'm not one. Maybe someday I'll take the plunge and become some kind of huge mecha nerd. I mean, I do think giant robots are cool, of course. And I do really like some mecha shows like Gurren Lagann, although I'm aware that's a super robot show, not a real robot show like Gundam, but whatever.
Director's
Honestly,
cat.
the game itself seems pretty cool. Maybe I'll have to check it out sometime. Apparently it had cross-platform online play with the PS2,
What?
which I didn't even realize was a thing. But here's an advertisement showing they had it for Capcom vs SNK 2.
What?
Man. But I mostly just think this console looks fucking sick. Like, I really dig the deep blue of the console's body and controller, and the red buttons with the yellow triangle. Oh, it's just a really nice looking console, am I right?
Power Ranger Megazord is still number 1.
Sonic 10th Anniversary Console.
Better check Discord.
This one's another PAL console for a change. This model was produced to celebrate Sonic's 10th anniversary. 50 were made total, and they were given to internal employees of SEGA of Europe, and 10 were sent off to French magazines to give away. 40 were even signed by Yuji Naka. They also come with this very stylish Sonic-themed controller, which I really dig. There was a lot of cool stuff produced for the 10th anniversary, but I'd never actually seen these blue consoles before. They're pretty neat, but I might be slightly biased here as a massive Sonic nerd. I thought I'd have more to say about this one, but yeah, that's basically it. I like it because Sonic. Number 2. SWATCH Console. This console comes from a collaboration.
We had Samurai Everything. We used to have old Power Ranger games.
Never heard
I
of
wish they were
this
still
Swatch.
available.
They're actually the largest watch company in the world, based out of Switzerland. And back in 1998,
can still get the ROMs.
they announced the creation of Swatch Internet Time, also known as Beat Time. As part of a marketing campaign to sell their new line of Beat watches, they proposed a new method for counting time. Instead of minutes and hours, the day would be divided into 1,000 equal units called beats, making...
Guys, we're gonna switch over to Fall Guys real soon.
Well, they're called beats.
I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna let this play out. Then we're gonna
This time would be
meet up with Mad Mike. I'll link you guys to the next video.
So a time of at 500 would be noon, as it's
This is gonna be a separate video, guys.
day.
So
600 would be 224, etc.
I'll link you in a second.
Another
Be
major
right back
part
though.
of internet time is that there would be no use of time zones. Internet time would be aligned on what they called Biel Mean Time, or BMT, based on the company's headquarters in Biel, Switzerland. So midnight there is aligned to at 000. Obviously, this so-called internet time never really took off, mainly because the concept of time telling as we know it is not really a problem that needed fixing. People are very comfortable and familiar with minutes and hours, and asking them to learn an entirely new system was kind of a tall order. Also, decimal time isn't even actually a new idea. This was tried briefly during the French Revolution. Internet time attempted to look forward to the digital age and provide one time zone so everyone could be on the same page. But we already have GMT and UTC, so again, this was a problem that didn't really need solving. Nevertheless, this was the turn of the millennium. It was the dot-com bubble, and people loved stupid shit like this and were happy to throw money at it. And somehow they were able to convince a few sites to use it, including CNN.com apparently. It was used as a time reference in ICQ, and apparently PHP's date function has a format specifier B, which returns the SWATCH internet time notation for a given timestamp. Anyways, the reason I'm bringing
I'm
this
back.
little oddity is because SEGA actually used internet time in a few of its games.
Oh.
It can be seen in SEGA Rally 2 and most notably in Phantasy Star Online. On February 4th, 2000, SWATCH and SEGA announced a collaboration between the two companies. SWATCH was developing a new watch called the SWATCH Access, which would contain a microchip that could record and store data, and they intended to make this watch able to communicate with the Dreamcast using a controller plugin that utilized RFID technology. This accessory and a SWATCH Dreamcast prototype were shown off at a press conference, however these would never actually be released. I don't think they ever publicly announced why the project was scrapped, but I think the reason is probably because the Dreamcast was clearly on the way out at this point. Releasing a new accessory for a discontinued console probably didn't make that much sense. However, this collaboration wasn't entirely fruitless. SWATCH would release a Sonic the Hedgehog themed watch in 2001, model SQK101. So what happened to the SWATCH Dreamcast? No one knows, but I find it hard to believe they would just like throw it in the trash. It probably still exists somewhere out there. Only Sega of Japan and or SWATCH Group knows. Now before we get into the
Robo Knight Megazord color equipped with batteries, it was really cool. Katana toy.
Not to include on this list.
I could put in a cast and pull out from my belt.
First,
while having Sonic Fantasy Flash game on. What?
Pink controller, console, and VMU. It also comes with a Sakura Wars mail program, only available bundled with this console, as well as a Sakura Wars 3 demo. There's also a super rare variant of this variant, the Sakura Taisen Specialty console.
I'm gonna have to cut this video short. We could probably finish watching this later, but I'm going to be meeting with Mike right about now, so I'm gonna link you guys to the next video. Everybody go over. I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Peace out.